The mystery lies not in love, but in hunger, not in companionship, but in supply. To the outsider, it looks simple. Lose one partner, find another. Swap the past for the present, a revolving door of admirers, stage smiles, new trophies. But beneath the performance, something darker unfolds. Because once a narcissist has been fed by a super-empath, no ordinary supply ever tastes the same. A narcissist survives on fuel. Attention, admiration, control, fear. It doesn't matter if it's praise or panic, as long as it keeps them at the center. And most people can give this at least for a while, but a super-empath offers something far beyond attention. They offer depth. Depth that feels like oxygen to someone drowning in emptiness. A compliment from a stranger is like candy, sweet, disposable, forgotten in minutes. But validation from a super-empath is a banquet. It carries weight, texture, intensity. It isn't just words, it's energy transferred. The narcissist doesn't just hear admiration, they feel it in their bones. They don't just see devotion, they drink it until their veins hum with borrowed power. And that is the problem. Once they've tasted this depth, the shallow becomes unbearable. So when they move on quickly, as they always do, they expect the same intoxication. But what they find is noise without substance, applause without resonance, eyes that stare but never see. They replace the body, not the experience. They hold someone new, but the ghost of the empath lingers. In the silence after the laughter, in the hollowness, even a crowded room cannot fill. This is why replacements fail. A super-empath doesn't simply give attention, they give reflection. They become the mirror that magnifies illusions into something larger than life. And no casual admirer can hold that kind of mirror. Other partners may admire, but they don't amplify. They may notice, but they don't feel. They may give, but they don't give everything. The narcissist knows it, even if they never say it. They know the new supply is flatter, weaker, thinner. They know something is missing, and the missing piece is depth. Depth is what convinces them they are gods, creators, untouchable. Depth is what turns their fragile ego into a towering illusion, and depth is what no replacement can provide. So they keep searching, partner after partner, face after face, each one compared, measured, found lacking. The narcissist denies it publicly. They'll flaunt new relationships, post brighter smiles, speak of moving on, but behind the facade, dissatisfaction festers. Because the one thing they crave cannot be duplicated. A super-empath is not interchangeable. They are not a candle to be swapped when it burns low. They are the sun. And when the sun disappears, no flicker of flame feels like enough. Psychologists call it narcissistic supply. But in reality, it's addiction. The empath becomes the strongest hit the narcissist will ever taste, and every replacement afterward feels like a watered-down drug. This is why they hover, why they return, why they stalk shadows of the past. It isn't love, it's craving. It isn't longing, it's withdrawal, because the one who fed them most deeply is gone. And here lies the cruelest truth. The empath doesn't need replacing, because once they walk away, they begin to heal. They rediscover their reflection outside of someone else's hunger. They learn their depth is not weakness but power. The narcissist, however, stays trapped, still searching, still haunted by a depth they will never taste again. So why can't narcissists replace a super-empath? Because not all supply is created equal. Because ordinary attention fades. Because depth is rare. Because the empath becomes the measure against which every partner is silently judged. And because once the mirror shatters, the reflection is gone forever. The narcissist may gather endless faces. They may stage performances, convince the world they've moved on, but behind the curtain, the truth gnaws at them. They lost someone irreplaceable, and no matter how many times they try, no new partner will ever be enough.